Hello all, today I am in Little Cottonwood Canyon again, and it snowed some more, and it is so beautiful. I just did 2 videos of me walking around in this creek. This is, I believe, Little Cottonwood Creek in Little Cottonwood Canyon. Alt is about a half mile to a mile away from here, and I enjoyed some great video, and now just check it out. It's one of my favorite places to be in the winter, and yes, I have my waders on so I'm not freezing my feet, and that is good. And I have lots of rocks here that I can throw because I love throwing rocks right into the snow or skipping them, and the water's nice and cold. I can feel it. I can put some on my face. Whew. Get me ready for this video and get me feeling better. Oh yeah, okay. And hopefully it doesn't get all over my microphone. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so yes, what a wonderful, beautiful place. And my photo of the week this week is a photo of a kingbird, which is also a flycatcher. It's got a little yellow on it. It's a little smaller than a robin. It's got a little white on it. It's got a little black on it. And it's a very fast flycatcher. Flycatchers have to be very fast in order to catch the flies. And I've got another picture that I presented of a kingbird attacking a golden eagle because it was in the same tree that its nest was, and they didn't want it to take or eat their eggs or babies. And it was funny to watch how fast it could go around it. Anyway, this bird was a little difficult to get a picture of because it's so very fast. But I was in Antelope Island, out all the way down by the lake, and there's some trees along the edge right there, and that's where these kingbirds like to nest. And that's where they were nesting, and I could see that they were getting ready to build a nest, and they were flying back and forth with the nesting material. And so I was trying very much to get a picture of them flying by me because the light was right. It was perfect. And this is the picture I got. It's got nesting material in its beak, and it's flying full speed. I got it in perfect focus, and yes! So I got that. And so there is that. And then I was going to tell you a story. Another cliff crazy story of when I was younger. When I was in high school, I went to Kanab High School after Salmon High School. And it was a wonderful time. I loved Kanab High School. I had some good friends there. And one of my best friends' name was Brennan Lane Jackson. And he and I one day decided to go to Zion. We love Zion. So we went to Zion hiking. And we went off trail, of course, and we went up a cliff, 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 and then all the way to the edge of where it goes straight up another 500, 600, 700 feet. And we were trying to just go along the edge, and we got closer and closer to where it was looking a little too steep, a little too dangerous. And from one of my other videos, you remember where I slid on the sand and almost died. Well, this is another one of those times. I was leading, and Brennan was being careful behind me, and I got onto one of those spots where the sand had loosened up, and I started sliding. And this was a long way down if I went. And so, same thing as last time. This was the first time this happened. I slid it was only about 10 feet this time, and there was big rocks, probably that size right there, that I came all the way up against and stopped and sat there and just caught my breath and looked at my friend and went, whoa, that was fun. That was scary. Let's not do that again. And of course I had to get back up off of it, and that's always the tricky part. But when you know the sand is bad and it's slippery, you do things, you go on all fours, and I made my way back out. It was fun. Okay, now my thought of the day is about fear. I hear that fear is the virus of the mind, but fear also keeps me safe. Um, I should have been more fearful, more afraid of that spot, and I shouldn't have done that. However, I do dangerous things on a daily basis. I climb roofs for a living. I climb dangerous roofs. I climb cliffs. I go up crazy water stuff. I go up waterfalls. I do a lot of things that are dangerous, but I'm not afraid of that because I do it all the time. But what happens when you are afraid for something that you've never done before? And it's really, really, really difficult. I will tell you about one instance in my life. I had a photography business in southern Utah. I loved it. It was my dream. It was what I was going to do the rest of my life. And then all of a sudden one day, without warning, my wife came up to me and said, we're done. I'm moving to Washington, D.C. with the kids, and I'm divorcing you. I'm like, say what? Not cool. Not happy about that. And I just was so afraid. I was fearful of losing my business. I was fearful of losing my family. I didn't know what to do. So I prayed. And it came to me immediately that no matter what, you have to keep those kids. You have to keep them close to you. It is an absolute must. So do everything in your power to keep those kids with you. And at this point, don't get divorced if you can help it. And so I told her, okay, and she did. She moved to Washington, D.C. She took the kids. I said, okay, this is so hard, but I'm going to quit the job, my business that I worked so many years for, and I'm going to move out there with you all, and I'm going to sell the business, and I'll meet you guys out there as soon as I can get it sold. And it was so difficult, but I was able to. I did get it sold. Unfortunately, the dude that bought it, no names will be mentioned, he ended up making one payment and then not paying anymore, and it went into litigation. I got nothing else. However, I got my family and my children and my wife, and we lived in DC for a while. Then we moved to South Korea. We had great experiences there. And so the thought for you is, when something's fearful and hard and difficult, do what you feel in your mind. And if you pray, and do what you feel is best for you. And try not to be afraid. Try to realize that where you are is where you're supposed to be. What you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. So do it well, do it happily if you can. If you have to cry your eyes out. Do whatever you need to go on and not be fearful. And I'm going to be having an episode soon with a friend of mine that used to sell roofs with me, who recently went to a men's retreat teaching how to deal with the things that happen in your life that are so difficult and make you afraid. And remember to like and subscribe, and to check out my website at Brett, Brett, Jorgensen, Jorgensen, photo.com, and look on there. My daughter's done a great job with the website. You just press on a picture. It'll show what it would look like in your different rooms. It will show all the different options of the print kind of paper you can use, all the way from inexpensive to expensive, and it's beautiful. They're wonderful. And I am appreciative for all of you for watching. Enjoy wherever you are, and thank you again, and take care. Bye.